Okay, today was a terrible day, I must say. And it started off so good. We're just gonna get into it. We're gonna go through it, and I'm gonna tell you my takeaway, my lessons. So, I wake up today, class is canceled or it's moved to Zoom because of the snow and everything. And for my first class, I had French because I switched AI for French because I'm a French minor. And I'm getting ready. I was supposed to take a soul bath yesterday and I didn't do it because I went to sleep. But I woke up earlier, like I was just like waking up throughout my sleep cycle. And then I set an alarm for like 2 or 3 hours. That way I had like an hour or two to like take my bath and everything, get ready before class, join the Zoom. That didn't happen. And I ended up having like an hour left after I did my morning pages. And I was just like, fuck it. I'm going to take my soul bath and I'm going to do this because I feel that it's right, because I feel this is what I need for my body. Yes, it's the second week of the semester, but it's honestly fine because my French professor, he's Senegalese. We were talking last week in French, and we already have like a strong connection. So I'm gonna just be like, hey, the class wasn't showing up on my canvas, so hey, just let me slide. And he'll let me slide. We're cool. I trust him. I believe that it's gonna work out. So after that class, I'm thinking I have a photo shoot today. I'm low on energy. I just don't feel like getting ready, and I don't. And then I have a class at 2. I get done with my shower and my soul bath at like 12, I mean 11 ish. And then my next class was at 2. My intention was to get ready and then go to the library, go to the student union, maybe get some food or something, and then just lock in until my film class. And then after that, when because it's from 2 to 5, it's a studio film class, 3 hours, and then go to the photo shoot. And that didn't happen. I was just in my room, lollygagging, gallivanting, and I was tired. I was just in my bed, heating pad on. I just couldn't. I was low on energy. I could not. So it's 2 o'clock. And then I'm looking for my class. It's not in my canvas. I'm like, what is going on? So then I check my email. I see the email from her. So I just joined the Zoom from there. Nothing's happening. And then I text these two guys from last week that I met because none of us saw that class was canceled. And I text them. I'm like, hey, have y'all been let in yet? They're like, oh, class actually starts at 2:15. Great. So I'm just waiting, waiting and waiting and waiting. And class starts. I'm just like, there's no way this woman is going to keep us in here for this whole 3 hours on Zoom. She did. And we did get like a 10-minute break though. But she, she's a very nice lady, I must say. Today has just been, we're going to get to it. We're going to get to it. But I'm just going through the motions. I'm so tired. I'm sleepy as fuck. I'm just going through it and I'm angry because the day is just not a time for me. It's not a time, and I'm just going through it, going through the motions, and I'm sleepy. I'm literally, mind you, we had to have our cameras on, and she was like, "Hey guys, if you could turn your cameras on and do your introductions, that would be great." And then I should have just been like, my camera isn't working because so many people did that. And I know their cameras were working because my friend, who I didn't know was in the class, literally texted me and she was like, oh yeah, I'm literally doing my nails right now, so you will not be seeing me. I should have did that. Actually, I shouldn't have because that didn't happen and that wasn't meant to happen. But my camera was on, and first of all, I don't know how to act. Like, I'm literally so awkward. If you have ever been in an elevator with me, I cannot keep a straight face. Like, it's just something about being enclosed in that space and just I cannot. So I'm on this Zoom looking crazy because I'm like trying not to laugh because it's like, wow, all these people are staring at me. And not like in a self conscious way, but it's like, wow, I'm like really here on camera and like doing this. And I'm just sitting there trying my best not to laugh because then I'm gonna look crazy laughing. And it's worse because it's like, I know I'm not supposed to be laughing. So I wanna laugh even more. I cannot. But I get through the class. I drink a Red Bull and I'm fine. I'm good. I have my energy back. Class ends. She's like, and yeah, I didn't think, but we actually finished early today. We had 10 minutes to spare. It was a great class though. I'm very excited this semester. Great things are in the works, but class ends. It's 5 o'clock. I'm in bed. I'm like, okay, I need to get up and get ready for this photo shoot. I get up, I get ready, I get dressed, I look amazing. I'm gonna put a clip of me. Okay, I'm finna get ready for Divine photo shoot number 3 now. So I'm all ready now. And come to find out, the photo shoot is actually on Wednesday and not today. This is very funny, actually. This is very. Well, I look good. I do look good, so I can say that. I hope I look this good the day of the photo shoot. And in the meantime, I'm just gonna do my best to not crash out. Right, I look amazing and I feel great. I'm ready for the photo shoot. I text the photographer, I'm like, hey, I'm about to pray and then I'll be on my way. She texts me back and she was like, oh, I thought it was for Wednesday. I scroll back up in our chat and I look at the screenshots she sent me for the studio reservation, and it surely was for Wednesday. I don't know. I guess I was just anticipating it being today because I was like, okay, after I get out of my film class, I'm going to get ready and go to it. But that was for Wednesday, not Monday, and today is Monday. So I'm like, okay, that's cool. That's completely on me. And I'm just I'm over it. Just like the whole day, everything, and it's just comical at this point. Like this is even though the photo shoot wasn't today, this is like the third time I'm having this photo shoot for the cover art for Divine, and it's just not going. So I'm like, I deserve Panda Express. I change, I get ready, I go to Panda, I brave the cold. It's cold as fuck here. And I go to Panda Express. I'm approaching the student union and it's quite dark. It's rather dark. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's just this section. I go around to the other side. I'm passing the windows, and first of all, nobody's on campus because of like the snow and everything. I see this guy, and he looks quite familiar. I open the doors, and it's this guy I hooked up with over winter break who ghosted me because I didn't let him hit. And yeah. So I pass him. He's on the phone and he just stops his conversation dead in his tracks. He knows it's me. I know it's him. I just mind my business. I get on the elevator. I'm trying to go to Panda and get my ass back home. I click floor 2 to go to Panda. It's not taking me there. So I go to G2 to go to Panda. I go to G2. I get out. I pull on the doors and it's locked. It's not open. And I look, everything is closed. Great. So I'm like, no, Panda. That's all right. I see the dude, but I'm not going to let it kill my mood. Oh, backtrack. On the way to Panda, I'm walking down the strip. I almost bust my ass on the ice because I'm wearing my boots and it's just ice everywhere. It's salt everywhere. I almost slipped like a good 3 times. I keep it pushing. So I have to go the same way I came from. There was no other way. And I see him yet again, and he has the nerve to smile at me. You gonna smile at me after I let you get access to me? But you got mad because you wanted to hit and you tried to 3 times. You tried to without my consent. and then ghosted me. Okay. Anyways, I'm like, okay, no panda, that's all right. I'm gonna get Chipotle. I go to Chipotle. The line is long, so long, the longest it's ever been I've ever seen. That's all right. It's my turn to order. Hey, can I get a bowl? Can I get white? We're out of white rice. Wonderful. Can I get brown rice, chicken, black beans, double queso, corn, sour cream, cheese, guac, lettuce? Great. I get my bowl. No forks. That's cool. I have forks at home. Are you done? Great. So I get my napkins and everything, and I go to Walgreens. I get my Doritos, and I'm on my way back to my apartment. It's cold. And when I say it's cold, it's not just a regular cold. It's very cold. And usually when I go to Chipotle and Walgreens, I have Telfeezy. And Telfeezy is empty. This is a very big bag, as you can see. So usually I put them in there so I can just, have my hands in my pockets and go back. I brought my laptop and everything, so Telfeezy was full. I had to have my hands outside of my coat, and it was freezing. And I got. I'm approaching my apartment. I'm approaching the parking garage and the elevator and everything. I see this guy down the way who looks rather familiar again. And he looks like he's like throwing up on the sidewalk. He wasn't throwing up. I don't know what was going on. I don't know what was going on with him. But he starts like galloping up the sidewalk. It was very weird. I see him, and it's this DL guy I hooked up with. And he was very weird. Very weird. And actually, I let him come over here a second time. I shouldn't have done that. I don't know why I did that. I was just fiending. And he was in the vicinity. And I let him come over again. Not tonight, in the past, of course. But after that second time, I was like, absolutely not. Because he's like, I'm the edge lord. I used to edge for 8 hours a day. Get the fuck out of my apartment right now. And that's not even the worst of it. He was just being weird. He was like, after he was like, is it all right if I worship your feet? Get the fuck out of my apartment right now. Like, dead ass. So, I see him. We're going in the same direction. I don't know where he went, but thank God we weren't in the elevator at the same time. I get in the elevator, or I click the button for the elevator. It's taking forever. And I get in the elevator, click the button to go to my floor. It doesn't go to my floor, it goes down instead. And who walks in? This other DL guy. And I can't even say we hooked up. And because after him, I still consider myself celibate. This might be TMI, but I don't care. This is my channel. I really feel like nobody's gonna see this. Whoever sees it sees it, and I don't care at this point. After today, I really don't care. Whatever, I don't care. I honestly don't give a fuck about anything anymore. So this man comes over. All of these guys are from Grinder, by the way, and that's the problem. And that's why I'm done with Grinder and DL, man, just in general. I'm genuinely done. I've learned my lesson from that. But he came over last semester when I decided I was going to break my celibacy after like over a year. He comes over, and I didn't know he was DL. He's in my room, in my bed, and I ask him, I'm like, wait, are you DL? He's like, yeah, kind of. I don't know what it is with this kind of. No, either you are or you aren't. But I'm like, fuck it. You're already here. Might as well. We start kissing, and I put my hand on his bulge, and he came instantly. I didn't know I was that powerful, and I didn't know I could do that. But hey, that happened, and he was very embarrassed, very flushed. White man, unfortunately, and he was all red in the face, just mortified. And I gave him way too much grace because I should have been like, get the fuck out of my room. You're done. I didn't even get to see it. I didn't even get. So I'm just like, no, 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 it's all right. We could wait. We could let that cool down period cool down and try again. And we're just sitting there in silence, and it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, like, so he's like, yeah, I don't think I'll be able to. So I'm like, okay. I walk him out, and then I check, and I'm blocked. I'm blocked. Okay. So he gets in the elevator. He sees me. I see him. He sees me seeing him, and we know. And, right, it's just like, what are the odds? All three of my past hookups, even though that last one wasn't two and a half. Right. So I come back to my room. I'm just over it. I'm about to eat my Chipotle. My nail pops off. Great. Just wonderful. I'm eating my Chipotle, and it's buns. It is not good. Wasted money, wasted effort, wasted time. And on top of everything, I had to see those three guys. No photo shoot. No. I just I'm just over it, and I'm like, wow, what is my life? What is today? What is the point? I FaceTime my best friend, and I was just over it. I'm letting her know everything that happened. And she's just it's just like thing after thing. She's like, it can't get worse, and it just keeps getting worse. I tell her everything I just said, and it's like, wow, you're messing with me. And I'm like, no, girl, I'm hey. So she makes me feel better a little bit, and I'm very grateful for that. She's like, we're going to the gym today so you can work it out. Who's going to the gym today? Not I. We did go to the gym, and that's why I'm in my gym attire. But I ended up taking a nap because I'm like, also, I'm not smoking this semester. I'm not smoking this semester. I'm not watching any porn. I'm not messing with any DL men. And yeah, saying all that to say, I think that was my sign. That was my sign because I'm on week 3, and boy, Julia, I'ma get you. I'ma get you for real because she was like, some feelings of anger and bursts of energy will come up for you this week. And hey, what a great start. What a wonderful start. What a hey. Yeah. And honestly, as all of that was happening, I wasn't even angry. Like maybe a little bit, but I'm like it was just comical at that point. I'm like, wow, it's just back to back to back to back to back to back to back. I'm like, damn, can a nigga catch a break? What was that? That was the second time I didn't seen something. Anyways, anyways, the worst part, and I remember when I was almost slipped on the ice, I caught a whiff of weed, and I'm like, wow, if it was gonna be a day to smoke, it would be today. Cause even though my thing with weed has been, I've tried to make it, it's for when you feel good, not to feel good. But sometimes after a long day, just make it go away. Smoke some dope, forget the drama. Get your bacon, make your come, make it go away. I'd like literally just make it go away. Like I really wanted to smoke today, and I could have, but I stayed strong. I didn't. I'm not giving into my vices this semester. So I'm just like, whatever, whatever. And then I do remind myself, I'm like, you know what? Even though everything that happened in less than a span of 3 hours, I have a really magical life. Like day to day, I really have no complaints. I had no complaints last week, the week before. Like every day is just a good day. I'm just always in a positive mood. I try my best to stay optimistic and find the golden lining for things. So I'm like, okay, if these if these things are happening, that's okay. Cause it's, you know what? I shouldn't have picked that $20 up off the floor at that party. Maybe this is that. Maybe this my karma. But I'm just reminding myself of the things that I'm grateful for. I'm grateful that I'm still in this space. I have shelter. I'm grateful that I have this food, this Chipotle, even though it was disgusting. And that I'm grateful I'm grateful that these things are happening because I felt like this was a test from God for my willpower to see if I would cave in and give in to my vices and just be willy nilly be like, all right, today was shitty, so fuck everything, fuck all my progress. I'ma just revert and regress. I did not, and I stayed strong, and I was telling my best friend about that too. But I ended up taking a nap. I woke up from the nap. I felt great. And I low key forgot everything that happened. I didn't forget, of course, but like, it was just like, whatever. So the nap, it made everything better. She came over to my apartment and then we went to the gym, worked it out. Everything was great. I was on my treadmill, getting my stamina up for this performance I'm going to do in April. But, before the time comes, I like to have it ready. So I have a good foundation. So when it does come, I'm like, I already have it in my mind. Everything's good. Also, two more of my nails came off. Wonderful. But yeah, my takeaway from all of this is that I am a strong willed individual. And I get that from my father and my brother and my mother as well. Just my family. I get that from the people around me. I've learned to keep going. Whatever happens, happens. Just keep going. Whatever happens, happens. Keep going. Don't give up. And I was like, because when I was on the phone with my best friend, I was like, fuck it, fuck everything. I'm done. I am done with everything. I'm not doing this. And not in like a quitting way, but in just like a I'm over it kind of way, you know? Like I'm telling you, it was actually comical. Like, what are the odds? So I'm doing week 3 of Artist Way, and one of the things I learned about was synchronicity. So, where's the book? Synchronicity, dubbed by C.G. Jung, is loosely defined as a fortuitous intermeshing of events. Would I describe what happened today as fortuitous? No. No, I would not. I'm sorry, I love that book. I shouldn't have done that. But no, was it divine timing? Yes. In a negative way, in my perspective, yes. But divine timing nonetheless. Because what are the odds? Like, what are the odds that I see all 3 of these men who did me insanely dirty? Well, that weird DL dude, he didn't do me dirty, but he was weird, and that's just no. But what are the odds that I see all 3 of these men who I've had what I would say are negative experiences with? And what are the odds that I fuck up the photo shoot and I fuck up thinking it's the wrong day? What are the odds that Panda Express is closed? What are the odds that all these things are happening not to me, for me? You know what? Yes, fortuitous, because all of these things have led me to see that I am going to keep going no matter what. Whatever happens, it happens, and I'm going to make it through it. I'm going to keep pushing through. I'm going to keep persevering. I don't care what happens, whatever is thrown at me, whatever scandal I have, whatever setback I have. I'm going to keep going until I get to where I need to be. And I will get there, and I will bridge the gap between now and my future self, because there are things waiting for me. I want my things, and I'm going to get them by any and all means necessary. I'm getting my life. I'm rising. And Pierre is here and here to stay. I'm very angry right now. I'm, in retrospect, talking about all of this, it's making me angry. And I don't know why, but it's like, damn, like, I'm glad though. Like, I did go to the gym, I worked it out, I did my three miles, did my 50 minutes on the treadmill, and but I'm mad. Like, I rarely feel angry. Usually I rarely feel angry, but I'm very angry right now. And I like it though, because in week 3, it's talking about how anger is fuel and you should use it. Hold on. There was more to it. Anger is a map. Anger shows us what our boundaries are. Anger shows us where we want to go. Anger is the firestorm that signals the death of our old life. Anger is the fuel that propels us into our new one. I remember reading yesterday and I'm like, I never really get angry, so I don't know what that's about and I don't know how that's going to show up for me in this week. And boy, has it shown up this week in this way. And that's crazy. And this synchronicity is crazy. This divine timing is crazy. This lesson overall is crazy. But I'll be back. I have something to show you. Somebody wants to say hey. Wow, I literally birthed this thing. Like, this is my child. And in my introduction video, if you didn't watch it, my granddad gave me this plant. And I was like, this thing is going to grow with me. And it's growing, and I'm growing. Because, I'm thinking about it. And I was talking about this with my best friend as well. I was like, because when I was in Walgreens, I was just like, over it, and I was on that chip aisle. I know I looked crazy. I was just dissociating, looking at the chips, and I was sitting there for like a good 5 minutes or so. And I was like, it's crazy. If I hadn't dissociated or anything, I would have, like, I could have done one of the guys. Or, I mean, I could have did three because I did all three. But I was like, one would have been fine. But all three, like, if I hadn't sat there just dissociating, looking at those chips, I would have missed DL2 and I would have missed DL3. But she was like, no. All of this was destined. All of this was planned before your conception. Conceit? Conception? Before you were conceived, all of this was planned. This was destined. And there's nothing you could have done that would have changed this, and it was meant to happen for you. And she was so right. It was meant to happen because this is a lesson for me. There's a lesson in everything, and my sister has always told me things don't happen to you, things happen for you. Even tragic events, things don't happen to you, things happen for you. You can always learn from something, and when you're like, oh my God, why is this happening to me? What did I do to deserve? No, that's how you fall into victimhood mentality. We never want that. All of this is happening for me to see that I need to keep going and giving up is never an option for me. So, with that being said, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to release this song. I'm going to have this photo shoot and I'm going to make this cover art great and I'm going to make this life great. So, thank you for listening to my rant. And yeah, divine is coming in divine timing. Thank you.